Hi, Team 9 families. I wanted to go over two-digit by two-digit multiplication. We have two different strategies, and yes, we're doing some weird things with these numbers, but it truly does help it make sense a little bit for the kids. The first strategy that we're using is called the area model. Very similar to the 1 times multi-digit. We're breaking the numbers up into place values. So we have 34 times 4. So we're going to do 30 plus 4. So we have our ones place with the 4 and our tens place with the 30, drawing a line down the side. Instead of just doing one digit over here, we're going to do the same. We're going to do 20 plus 2, and we're going to have now 4 boxes instead of the other boxes. So I'm thinking when I'm doing this, I still have to multiply these numbers. But what I'm going to do 20 times 30. And I can think 2 times 3 equals 6. But then I have 2 caboose zeros. So 20 times 30 is actually going to be 600. Then I'm going to go to my next box and do 20 times 4. Again, I'm thinking 4 times 2 equals 8, but I have a caboose 0, which gives me that 80. Then I'm going to do 2 times 30. So 30 times 2, I can do 2 times 3 is 6 with a caboose 0, or most of the kids are really good with those facts anyway. And then 2 times 4, simple, 8. So then I take my partial products, the parts of my products, 600, 80, 60, and 8, and I'm going to add those together to get my final answer. Making sure I line them up properly, 8, 14, so 748. The next strategy looks pretty familiar. Still working with partial products, but in a less organized way, or still working with place value, but in a less organized way. So, and what I've been doing for the kids is circling each place value so that we can keep our information organized. So I'm first going to start by doing 4 times 2, which equals 8. And this is where you're going to say, what in the world is she doing? And then I'm going to do 30 times 2, which equals 60. Then I'm going to do 20 times 4, which equals 80. Then I need to do 20 times 30, which gives me that 600. Again, this strategy is a little harder for the kids to understand and a little bit messier. So I'm really pushing for them to practice the area model. And that's what the homework tonight will be. So again, drop my 8 in my ones place. I have 14 in my tens. So I end up with a product of 714. So very different than how I learned it, but you end up with the same product. If you have any questions, feel free to dojo or email me. And you guys have a fabulous evening. That's an org.